being home all day with one kid, let alone multiple kids, is tough on the old mental health. Sprinkle in a little COVID in there so you can't go anywhere, like swimming pools, play centers, libraries, community centers, stores, music classes, reading circles, the gym. And you have a recipe to go absolutely insane if you don't take care of yourself or your mental health. Being a stay-at-home, at least for me, while I have experienced some really high highs and lots of love, I've also experienced really low lows and have dealt with depression. Nobody really warns you. It almost feels like a prison sentence at times, especially when the children are really little. There's isolation, loneliness, you're worried about your future, being trapped with your own thoughts, nothing is for or about you anymore. Things that used to bring you joy don't bring joy. And if you have a working partner, they can't truly understand what it's like, so your relationship can be strained because you feel like you have to defend yourself and your value. They want a break when they get home because they've been working hard, but you need a break too, because keeping tiny humans alive is unrelenting on your being. Insecurities pop up because you are exhausted and your relationship can and will be put through the ringer. Also, you might not have a support structure in your life and you have to face this all alone. It's one of the hardest things that a person can do. Whew, I'm not really selling this job, am I? But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Today, I'm going to share a few simple ways you can calm the volcano inside so that it doesn't erupt into a way that causes permanent damage in your life or relationships. And I'm going to share some ways you can get excited about life and have hope. So let's go.
Daddy, 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 Daddy!
First, let me say I'm no expert. I'm just someone who has taken this role very seriously. Some people are career focused. I'm not. I'm focused on my task at hand, which is doing a good job of being home with the kids. What I am good at is finding solutions to problems. I'm also good at explaining those solutions, which is why I'm making this video. I found a lot of good things that I think will help people. So, the major thing we need to survive is motivation, hope. Sure, your kids being happy and well-balanced is a great start, but you need more than that. You need a reason to wake up in the morning, something that gets you excited. It doesn't matter what that thing is, but you need to find it. It can be small, like looking forward to enjoying a cup of coffee or a glass of wine each day. It can be a trip on the weekend you're going to take to the beach. It could be a workout with headphones on. It can be a goal to learn a new hobby. You have to put some thought into it. Okay, so there's two real things you need to do to survive. The first is finding small ways to make it through each day. I'll share some tips on that shortly. The second is you have to find things that motivate or excite you in the long run. You have to create goals. They don't have to be insane, but you really should create them. First off, let's talk about ways to give yourself some small breaks throughout the day. Because let's face it, children barrage you all day with their neediness and it wears you down. No matter how tough you are, you need and deserve breaks. I didn't realize this until recently, which is another reason I burnt myself out. It's so important to give yourself breaks throughout the day so your patience levels can be restored. Otherwise, you'll snap. You might not have anyone to help you, so here are a few ways to entertain your kids and buy yourself some time. Feed your child some small snacks. I'm talking get some Rice Krispies and pour. Oh, I used to do this when I needed a few minutes to sit and enjoy coffee or have a thought. Here you go, kid. Here's 1,000 of these. Enjoy them one by one. See you in 20 minutes. Scavenger hunts. Buy yourself some time and hide stuff. If the weather is nice, do it outdoors. If it sucks, do it indoors. Do it over and over again if you need to. We used to just staple small little pieces of paper together, make little envelopes and hide things in them, even snacks, and just let them go. Just dance. Kids love dancing and music. This is a great game that keeps them busy and moving. Here's a pro tip. If you don't have a gaming console or the ability to buy Just Dance, queue up a playlist on YouTube. Actually, I prefer this. You can easily find hours of people dancing to the game and your kids can follow along. Join them for some exercise. Create your own playlist with music you like. Puzzles. Even if you are not a puzzler, kids seem to naturally gravitate towards puzzles if you put them in front of them. They do need to be age appropriate, and join them as they age, but don't forget to bust out a puzzle once in a while. Play hide and seek. Okay, here was my motivation. I always used to bring my phone. I always used this time to browse Reddit or social media. Go hide in the closet under a blanket while they try and find you and get all caught up. Exercise. Don't be afraid to put out some puzzles, Play-Doh, coloring, etc. Then you go exercise. I'm putting this on here because realistically, your child will come climb all over you while you exercise, but the endorphins being released afterwards will help you with your patience levels. So try and incorporate your kid into the workout. More on that in a future video. I will share a link in the description below that will offer many more things you can do around the house to break up the day, but do something. Don't just sit around trying to entertain your child all day while you go crazy. You are allowed to live and do things too, even during this time. I really think that exercise is crucial. Not only does it release endorphins to make your brain happier, it gives you energy. A body in motion stays in motion, and I fully believe that. If you sit around all the time, your body adapts and you're tired all the time. If you are moving and walking, you'll have way more energy to engage with your kiddos. Now, let's talk about the second thing I mentioned, creating goals for yourself. Some of you might have jobs or careers to go back to, and that's awesome. Others might be like me and don't really have a long-term plan or goal. When you don't have a plan, depending on how you're wired, it can be hard to enjoy the moment because you're so worried about the future. I don't have an education, and although I have many unique skills, I don't have something I know I can just jump into when the time comes. The older you get, the less time you think you have. It feels too late to start anything new. And these are all thoughts that perpetuate in your mind and stop you from actually doing anything. For me, last summer, my wife injured her back and she couldn't move. My 3 and 6-year-old were on summer break and I had to keep them entertained. We had a new house and a mortgage that I wouldn't be able to pay for with my current situation. My mind spiraled out of control. I buckled. I hit a mental low. It was gut-wrenching and I wanted to just die. Hopefully, you don't ever have to get to that level. I got there because I had no hope. So I set a small goal for myself, and that was to get myself out of that mental hole. I decided to actually read and finish a book. It had been years since I read a book. So I did, and luckily it was one that helped me mend my broken mind. It helped me realize that it was okay to have those kinds of thoughts, but that I was not those thoughts. And it helped me realize that I was very capable indeed. It launched me down this learning path where I focused on the moment and started doing things that I enjoyed, all while maintaining my sad duties. It was that book alone that sparked me to launch this YouTube channel. I have no idea how well it will do, but it gives me hope, and it's something that I enjoy. It gives me something to do, something to learn, something to get excited about. Now, not everyone is going to want to get into videography or creating their own YouTube channels, although it's really fun. But the point is, you can be a good parent while doing something for yourself and having goals for yourself too. I thought that me learning would take away from being a good parent, but what it's doing is helping teach my children that learning and creating and bettering myself is a positive thing for them. Naturally, they want to be included and ask questions, which helps further my learning and curiosity. Curiosity. See, that's the thing which gets snuffed out when you're a new parent. You're so exhausted and tired all the time of trying to please everybody else, you lose your curiosity. So whether you have a career to go back to or not, I think it's really important to survive the years of being at home by having something that you are passionate about and look forward to doing or learning about in your spare time. Maybe it's cooking, photography, knitting, learning finances, learning interior design, whittling, home improvement, whatever. Maybe it's hard for you to find out, and there's no rush, but try and find something in which there is progression and something that has milestones. Because when you start reaching those milestones, you feel good. And feeling good is good. You will want to keep going. There is one thing that is really helpful, but because we've had such a year, I didn't talk too much about it in this video, and that's other people. Oh, having other people in your life can make such a difference. But if you learn how to take care of yourself, you can do it alone and be at peace. But other people and having that support structure in place can make life so much easier. I will have a different video for creating and using a support structure as a new parent, because you should if you can. I just know not everyone has a family or friends they can lean on. Maybe they're new to the area or country and they are on their own, which is why today I wanted to focus on how to be at peace with yourself and your situation on your own. So to summarize, take small breaks when you can by giving your child activities that keeps them busy while you find moments of little joy throughout the day. My kids and I have been doing geocaching lately. I'll link to what that is in the corner of this video, and if that doesn't show up, it will be in the video description. Next, if you have a partner that will help out, use them and don't feel bad. You can reciprocate after you communicate, but don't be late or you might get some hate from your mate on your plate. Oh, dad rap. Oh, I'm gonna embarrass those kids so good one day. Next, read some books or listen to some podcasts on mindfulness. This will launch you down a productive path. Take the time to learn how to really be at peace in your mind space. Comment below if you want any recommendations from me and I'll respond. Do something you've always wanted to do. Learn an instrument, take a course or an online lesson. Find something that you look forward to. This will give you lots of conversation pieces, and maybe this will be the thing that changes the course of your future working career. It will at least create opportunities, I guarantee it. I created this video because being a parent is hard. It's the most challenging thing I have ever done. I wanted to let other parents know that I've struggled and it's been brutal, and some of you parents have it even harder than I do. Give yourself some credit, allow yourself to be happy, take time for yourself, ask for help whenever you can. Don't be proud, be rested, because a better you means being a better parent. You're doing the best you can, and that's awesome. And if you've made it this far in the video, I'm proud of you. You are wanting to better yourself, just like I'm trying to better myself. And that makes life better. Life will be good and happy again, especially if we do it together. Food will taste good again. Actually, learning how to cook has been another thing which has gotten me excited lately. My food literally tastes better, not just figuratively. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Likes, comments, and subs are always really appreciated. We'll see you next time on The Sad Life.